We're back. It does. There's going to be 20 seconds of me going, are we live? But no, I think we are live. Hello, wonderful people of the chat. Are you ready for the normalist Grand Prix on the calendar? I'm worried. Mate, you don't know what's to come. There's a segment that Mr. V is thrown in the quiz last time out in Australia. That'd be so good. Oh wait, Mr. V, are you muted? Or have I've just been rage baited? How could they only hear me? Oh well. It's never a bad thing. Let me see if I can change it. Oh dear. Can only hear me. Oh dear. I don't know why though. Should be fine. What about if I do that?
Maybe.
I'm the only one allowed to speak. Yeah. Decided that today is the day.
Oh,
and it's my day. That is so weird. I've changed absolutely nothing since last time we streamed.
I think it's working. It seems.
Yeah.
Well, the alcoholic and pulse are muted. What? Dan says one thing once on the podcast, it becomes instant law for Crash Happy.
Sorry, what were you doing before the Australian Grand Prix?
Having a Saturday night. What do you mean?
Well,
I'm not allowed to have a. I had a normal number of drinks. Pulse. Going to a pub once a week doesn't make you an alcoholic.
Once a day, however.
If you straight up look at the like sometimes Dan puts the Crash Happy logo up with pictures of all of us at the bottom. He's holding a drink. He is holding a drink in that picture.
Yeah. Oh, we also have to promote another thing where Dan is holding a drink. His famous birthdays. We promoted this on the Patreon. We are trying to get... Oh, wait, Mr. V, you weren't there.
No,
he wasn't.
So Daniel of no skill.
About Dan being on the website Famous Birthdays.
He has now been added to the famous birthdays.
No,
and we realised...
He's been on there for weeks.
But we realised that Famous Birthdays doesn't sort of have any particular algorithm sorting people by fame. It literally just goes by whoever has been clicked the most recently on their own website. So we want to get Dan, and we're going to try and rocket him up.
We have done, James.
I mean, we have done, but I feel like there's more we can do. What was he, like 60?
Just so you're aware, last week, when we first mentioned it on the Patreon, he was in his most popular place was 63,200, something like that. 13,608. We can get him higher than that. He is rocking up. He is coming for Steve Harvey. I'm telling you, he is taking Steve Harvey's place.
Also, another Patreon thing that no one is going to.
Well, if they subscribe to the Patreon, which, by the way, you can do, click the link in the description for our Patreon and subscribe. You will find out why we're coming for Steve Harvey.
Don't know if coming for Steve Harvey is the right phrase in there. At no point did we try and start beef with Steve Harvey.
You wouldn't know.
I need someone new.
You will know it's also a crazy phrase on Dan No Skill's birthday because he is born in a
fake date.
June 30th. I'm trying to figure out how the website works. So I guess that makes him a Cancer by star sign. But then at the bottom, under popularity, we have number 44, 21-year-old cancer. It's one of Dan's many accolades in life. It's not wrong when you think about Dan.
No.
But I love the
number one.
It goes to like we were saying this on the podcast. It was like the fact that we just set our community homework every week and they just sort of get on with it. Like, as you say, the fact that Dan has gone from 63,000th on this website to now closing in on the top 10,000 most famous people in the world. And I say that with a pinch of salt, because if you look at I think we looked at the top 100 and we could name about 10 of them. So it's not fully a ranking on fame. But for the purposes of this, we want to make Dan one of the most famous people in the world.
You guys can do it.
Where he is on his own birthday.
The website is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's not the best website in the world.
I'm saying, so he's number 36, most popular on his own birthday. It's mostly YouTube and TikTok people, because I guess they get looked up a lot.
A lot of it is TikTok.
So he's number 36. We then have... I'm trying to find names you would have heard of.
Mike Tyson is in second place.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Michael Phelps
Cody Rhodes
is number 9.
Cody Rhodes is 7th. Michael Phelps is 9th.
Baby No Money at 4.
Ooh.
Also, hilariously, Yandere Dev is 2 places ahead of him.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing we just need to make sure he gets bumped up ahead.
We can make him number 1.
I don't know if he's beaten out.
You want to get him
who was it?
above
Mike Tyson.
I'm getting ahead of Mike Tyson. All right.
But to be fair,
if you think about a race or something,
Dan knocks out Mike Tyson.
No. Don't worry about that for a minute.
All right.
We'll come to the normal one.
We've got to remember that the algorithm on this website is purely based on, it seems, teenagers literally looking up things on the website famous birthdays. So all we have to do is just keep looking up Dan No Skill on famous birthdays. And how many teenagers are really looking up Mike Tyson? Because exactly. I think the demographic for famous birthdays, looking at the sort of top 20, is just 15-year-old girls that are looking up people's birthdays.
15-year-old girls famously love Mike Tyson, James. That is true.
Well, that's what I mean. They're probably not going to be looking up Mike Tyson very much, so we can definitely get him above
He's
Mike Tyson.
He's number 2. Do you not understand rankings? He's number 2.
We can do it,
someone's looking him up.
But who? Who in this day and age?
That's probably the regular normal people of the internet.
Yeah,
there's enough of them.
Yeah, but if you're looking up a famous person's birthday, don't you just go to Wikipedia? I've never gone to famous birthdays for this information.
That is true, to be fair. Also, you could just not care and not look it up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it I'd looked up a celebrity's birthday.
Yeah.
Don't think I've ever done that.
But for the sake of this, they should look up Dan and boost him up the ranks.
Yes.
Just for the sake of this.
Purely for our entertainment.
Yeah, nothing else. No other reason.
Formula Dark is in the chat. He has said oat drink. Just joining in there.
You up, James.
Oh, he has said, James, if you're reading this, I love you. I love Duck.
Oh, there you go.
And he said that first and then came in with the oat drink. So clearly I missed the first message. He was like, I've had enough of him.
Yeah, you didn't get the nice prompt. I was like, well, fuck you, James. Here's some oat drink.
A slander upon your house.
Should we talk about the normal Grand Prix? Also, people saying the title of the stream is wrong, James.
Oh.
What's Chinese?
Yeah, what is Chinese?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought for SEO reasons Chinese. We might want to actually
I do agree we should leave it as Chinese.
Yeah, probably.
I thought I'd left it as Australia or something. I was like, that could be.
The thing is, we've got people who don't regularly watch the podcast also watch this stream. It'll make absolutely no sense.
Also, the last 10 minutes, they've just been confused. Like, what the fuck are we talking
half
about?
the chat who knows what that means, and the other half of the chat is it's like, what? We saw before we went live. I guess there were some people who saw the live stream last week and they've tuned back in, but like don't watch the podcast. And then regular viewers were explaining Crash Happy lore to them before we went live, which is very funny.
Oh, we do have a $2 super chat, Australian dollar super chat. That also just says oat drink. Good. Okay. That's where we're at.
I respect that.
Although we've now got a wave of tea egg coming our way. So it's oat drink versus tea egg.
How was
My
your
flavor's
egg?
one. I mean, it's decent. Like I made 3. In the video, I ate one as is, so just a cold egg, and it tastes like a cold egg.
Yeah.
But I will say, for lunch yesterday, I made a stir fry and I like sliced up one of the others, put it on that, and it's very nice. It's the kind of thing you'd get like on top of ramen, like floating on top. It's nice. It's good.
Excellent,
Just not on its own.
Yeah.
On its own.
Well, there was one thing when I was leaving Brighton. We were, of course, walking around in the train station at a
Have some lovely
WH
eggs in the train station.
Sorry.
And you said, and I think I quote correctly, anyone who buys these hard-boiled eggs must hate their life.
Oh, in like the meal deal, in like a supermarket meal deal. No, I agree. Like, because they always call it an egg protein pot, like in a Tesco meal deal, and it's a plastic pot with 2 hard-boiled eggs in it. Imagine choosing that when you could be having, like, that counts as the snack, right?
Yeah.
You could have like a Twix or a Mars bar there.
Exactly.
You could actually be enjoying yourself.
So you do have to be like slightly void of emotion.
I think it's like, I remember, I don't know why I know this. I think it is one of the more popular choices though, as the snack.
It is.
Really?
I think it's the most popular in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if people are actually,
Which just goes to show how miserable people in the UK are.
Talk about the upcoming race.
Sorry.
Are we talking?
I think you brought up tea eggs.
No, one of you were reading the chat. Stop reading the chat. They're telling me to do cocaine for the Miami video.
Yes, stop.
Don't listen to what they're saying. So guys,
Normal Grand Prix.
We do have a race happening in 1 hour and 48 minutes time.
Before we get to qualifying, first sprint of the year. Did we all watch the sprint?
I did. I got up to watch it live, 3 a.m.
Yeah, but the timing was still not the best. But like in terms of an actual sprint race, and you know, we've had sprints since 2021 at this point. So we've had quite a few of them. Was it the best one? Like, I can't think of another sprint that was actually entertaining or saw actual racing. Like,
the only other one that would probably come close
low.
is the Brazil 2021 one.
Yeah.
And that was only because Lewis started at the back. Like,
I was going to say, the only entertainment there was Lewis Hamilton going from like 21st.
Which you could say is artificial if you really want to. Anyway, so it was a very good race. Like, we saw a lot of change of position. We saw once again that, you know, Ferrari and Mercedes in race trim can be closer together. We could probably talk about the realities of that a little bit later on. But, you know, we saw like a lot of that. We saw a lot of change of position. We saw some good racing. We saw some incidents as well, which you don't generally see in sprint races. Everyone's generally very tame. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And also, we saw some overtakes into braking zones, which I was told wasn't going to be possible with these regulations, but we saw plenty of those as well. So, yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
We saw overtakes not just into braking zones, but in completely insane places that we haven't seen for like over a decade.
Yeah,
Pretty sure Max Verstappen made an overtake into like, you know, like corners that you don't even brake for. Just like sending it around the outside of people on like the double left-hander and stuff like that.
In fact, even on the opening lap, before there was any overtake mode, any like special boost that the person behind gets. Hamilton literally went around the outside of George Russell at, what is it, that 7, 8, 9 section, those like sweeping corners, literally went right around the outside of him, took the lead. That would not have been possible in like the previous 2 generations of cars. It just simply would not have been possible. So yeah, I had a great time. I thought it was a fantastic race, and I had a lot of fun, which is the main thing.
You kind of forgot it was a sprint race, if you know what I mean. Like, sprint races have always had this weird vibe because they've just sort of been like a procession.
Yeah.
So we're so used to not having any racing in sprint racing. But like, as you say, up and down the field, there was stuff going on as well. And yeah, we had fights at the front, which felt like it was so much more important than it was. Like, you forget the difference between first and second in the sprint race is 1 point. They're really going for it. But then we had stuff for the whole way down the grid. Perez exploded again.
I mean, didn't just explode, like a whole half of the car just ripped off the side. Like, I didn't realize quite how much carbon fiber had come off the side of that Cadillac car until I then saw the stills after the fact. And I was like, oh, that is almost all of that side pod, like, just gone.
Yeah, the entire thing went. Well, I wonder what part of the car is going to fall off today in this race, though. Should we make a little prediction? What part of the Cadillac on Sergio Perez is going to fall off in the Grand Prix, James? Pick a part, any part. There's a good chance it'll come off anyway.
Yeah. What have we had? I mean, there was I reckon like a wing mirror is still a good shout. They never
He's already done that. He did that.
He's already done that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well,
they came in Australia.
It wasn't the whole wing mirror. Did you lose the whole thing? He lost like part of the mounting structure in Australia.
Yeah. Jock, if you're in the chat, we need to know what you think's going to come off the Cadillac as well, by the way, if you're still here.
Doug's prediction is the driver just comes flying out.
We do have a £4.99 super chat saying that they appreciate the positive and fun attitude towards F1. I mean, I feel like that should be the case. It is entertainment.
Exactly. People are so ready for it to be terrible, and it's like, this is a sport that you watch for fun.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
You don't have to watch this. People often talk about it like they are chained to a chair and made to watch the Grand Prix.
To be fair, so when we say people, we're almost always referring to P1 and Matt and Tommy, who are some of the worst.
They have got a few things thrown at them in recent podcasts.
Yeah, but like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you talk about being chained to a chair and forced to watch it, those two people specifically,
they are
sort of are. So that's understandable. And you know who's actually the single worst for perpetrating negativity is therace.com. Like, such a bunch
they hate
of
Formula One.
Grumpy, miserable bastards working at therace.com, and like, they just hate these new regulations. They have done for like a year at this point, and they refuse to say anything good about it.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling
Barcelona
standing in the gravel car park at Barcelona, they won't let us in, even though they explicitly said they won't let us in.
They told us
for Formula One.
But I've always got the vibe that Mr. Thomas Bellingham reads the race and just picks up on their negativity. That's what I get, because they're so negative about it. It's crazy when it's been just great. And like, then we have good stuff and they have to put a negative spin on there. It'd be like artificial racing. It's like, all racing's artificial, mate. The car didn't grow on a tree. What are you talking about?
If you want pure racing, just watch like 100-meter sprint. That is it.
Yeah, go watch a marathon. If you want.
And then, and then they'll talk about WEC and how that's real. And it's like, they literally have like weight penalties, power deployment penalties for your success. The more successful you are, the less power you get. You get restrictions on those. And it's like, well, what are you actually on about? And then also I saw someone going, George Russell just pushed a yellow button and overtook several cars. Didn't drivers for the last 15 fucking years just push a button and overtake cars down straights in prescribed zones? Like, it's the same thing. It's just with batteries instead of the rear wing. They're still just pushing a button. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into it again. I had like a 10-minute rant on the podcast. I'm not doing it again. Can't.
I think, I was just going to say, I think a lot of that, because it, like, as much as we sort of talk about P1, we talk about them because they are effectively the biggest Formula One channel, I would say.
Oh, they are.
I don't
without
there's content creators that maybe have more subscribers and things like that in the Formula One space, but they're sort of motorsport adjacent as well. That like dedicated Formula One, they are the biggest channel, and therefore they do have quite an impact on the general vibe of how people are feeling about the sport. Like you can imagine, there's quite a lot of people. And I kind of fall into this category with some other sports. Like I sometimes listen to NFL podcasts before the Super Bowl because I know I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, but I haven't watched all of the like hundreds of matches beforehand that the two teams have played, right? And I can imagine there's a similar kind of thing where
James,
people.
Okay, I just want to throw out there. Are you aware of what NFL Red Zone is?
No.
So. One of the most glorious things in all of sports television for any sport is NFL Red Zone. And so for those of you not aware, this probably sounds insane, but there is like a channel basically on Sunday, which is when most of the NFL, so NFL has like one game on Thursday night and then almost all the games on Sunday and then one game on Monday. But like most of them are happening in a 9-hour period on Sunday. There's this one broadcast hosted by one guy, which goes for that entire 9 hours, and it shows all of the games simultaneously. And so when it's like the earlier slots, and there's like 6 games at once, it's showing all of them, and it might cut between them. So like it might highlight one and do it full screen, but then it'll go back to showing like 4 at once, literally 4 games at once.
Jesus
and there's a guy
Christ.
who's like doing this entire stream. And like he famously never takes a break. Like famously, he's never like gone off set to go to the bathroom or anything. And he's like paying attention to all of the games and talking about all of them. And it's insane, like genuinely insane. It's so good. But all I was going to say was, it's really easy to watch all of the NFL games because you watch that and you're consuming like 7 games at once.
Yeah.
And then it finishes and you realize like your brain has been fully overwhelmed.
You just instantly fall asleep at that point. I assume that man is like the stream ends and then he is like stretchered off into just a bed because that would be
no, bro, he's built different.
Nightmare
Scott Hansen, the fucking Terminator. Like he doesn't sleep. He doesn't have internal organs.
Sleep is for the weak for that guy. He doesn't get it.
I highly recommend once in your life you've got to watch an entire.
That sounds amazing. I feel like I definitely will watch one of those. But yeah, what I was going to say is like, obviously, you know, because I don't watch everything, I assume there's also Formula One fans that don't watch every single Grand Prix or every single qualifying, but do maybe listen to P1. And therefore, you know, they have sort of within the community, within the F1 community, they do have a standpoint where they can kind of permeate their feelings throughout the rest of the Formula One fan base to an extent. And if they're saying, you know, it's really bad, it's really negative, and people haven't really been watching, but they're just sort of listening to, oh, okay, these two people that I trust and have been covering the sport for a very long time are saying it's bad, it must be bad. But, you know, I think maybe they should just enjoy it a little bit more and just sit back and relax and watch it. You know?
They're never going to drive those fucking cars. I mean, I guess they technically have in the past, but they're not going to like drive those cars in anger. So, you know.
Yeah, they're not going to be in a race.
Yeah, exactly. So just sit back, enjoy what you're watching because it's fun. It's fun. That's like the only, like, that's the thing. It's just fun. It doesn't need to be like, you know, what would you rather see? Would you rather see races where there was like 5 overtakes and massive DRS trains, or would you rather see fucking chaos? I'd rather see fucking chaos.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Like it's so much more entertaining.
Even go back, like on that point. I was
going to say, so after Australia, they put out a graphic, and I'm pretty confident there were like 4 to 5 times as many overtakes. Yeah, like compared to 2025, which is just mental. Yeah, so.
But it's also like a lot of people give positives to like wet races or like races where there's a random safety car because it is chaos, right? That's kind of what we enjoy a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
If you ask people some of their favorite races of the last generation of cars, they will probably pick out wet races or races where there's been crashes or racing where there's been incidents because a safety car that shuffles the order or, rain and then dry, and you've got people going intermediates and having to then switch onto the wet tires, and when are they going to do it? It's like that is chaos, but it is also some of the most entertaining things that do happen in the sport.
Yeah, like being realistic, when Formula One is operating normally, the cars are driving around and there's no overtakes. Like,
it's boring as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, you need some other jeopardy to happen in the middle of the race, really. And well, that's what we got in Australia. Got a lot of that. Like, that's what I was expecting for the start of the new regulation cycles. Like, we're expecting cars to break down and to get safety cars and stuff. But from everything we're seeing, that's only going to continue. The way that these cars race and like having back and forth for laps and laps and laps to make an overtake happen, like, you're just increasing the chances of someone, Liam Lawson, driving into the side of another car. And so we're just going to get more safety cars in this regulation cycle, it seems.
The more cars can pass, the more chance of incidents you get as well. Like, it's just the way it is. Also, with small cars, like, it's just so much better. We have got a $20, I think it's Canadian dollar, super chat from Max Japalaz. I'm a new fan and have been in...
Paul's has to say all the names from now on. I love it.
I'm a new fan.
I like these gone for the if I say it with an accent, no one will question it.
Exactly. If having more overtakes and actions means it's more artificial, I'm all for it. Especially since in F1, everyone has different cars, therefore already artificial by default. You agreed.
That's what I was saying. Like, the whole concept of a motor race is artificial.
Yeah.
And like, Formula One is a formula, like, it has restrictions on design. Like, if you wanted pure unartificial racing, in theory, you'd allow the teams to build whatever they want and go as fast as they want, and you would have the worst goddamn sport you have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like a load of Pikes Peak cars going against each other in a race. Like, they would never overtake, and there would be such a huge difference in speed that you'd have people finishing like 4 laps ahead and stuff like this. So yeah, Formula One has been artificial since probably about the 1930s. That kind of thing.
It's a big gun. Like, like it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Can we just move on? I'm talking about it.
We can move on. I was just going to sort of mention, like, the sprint races. Obviously, we're generally fairly negative about sprint races because they usually are just a bit of a procession, mainly because drivers don't want to sort of risk their car for qualifying. The teams don't really... the top teams don't really care about the differential between scoring 6 points and 5 points if they're in third or fourth. And like, we generally kind of see not a lot happening. But actually, I think that's just been down to the cars because the points haven't changed. The systems hasn't changed. And yet this time around, we saw a sprint race that was super entertaining. I think it goes to show, like, all of the excuses that they've kind of thrown at the teams in the recent seasons actually were just excuses. And if you give the drivers cars where they can overtake, they don't care if it's 5 points, 6 points, 1 point. They go for it. Like, they're there to race.
Exactly that. Well, as you've seen, like, even if there's no points on offer, even if they're fighting over P15, drivers will still race each other as hard as possible because they're drivers. Like, they're sports people. Like, they want to do the best they can. And so you give them the opportunity to do that and to compete, and they just will. The engineers can tell them on the radio not to do that, and half the time they're just like, didn't hear that.
Gonna go for it anyway.
I'm gonna send it up the inside. Didn't hear that. So yeah, like, as soon as you give them the opportunity to race and to compete, they do.
Yeah.
And so
and
we've had one. It feels like we've had so much more. We've had one Grand Prix weekend, but so far it definitely feels like they have a lot more opportunity to fight each other and to do fun things.
Do you think? I was going to mention this a little bit later. Do you think if, like, it does feel like we've had more than one Grand Prix and one sprint, but do you think it's just because there's so many more incidents and talking points and overtakes? Like, there's so much more happening, where recently, last couple of seasons, we'd maybe, even at the end of last year when we started the podcast, we'd sometimes look at a Grand Prix and go, right, there was 2 things that happened in that Grand Prix, so we need to fill an hour. And then there was only 2 things. Whereas, like, Australia, there was like 70 things that happened, and like there was incidents between loads of drivers, and like, as you say, even Perez and Lawson fighting for P16, like their life depends on it. Like,
I
you
love
just
it so
wouldn't
much.
see
We're gonna
that.
see that again today. I can't wait for it.
I love it so much, the beef between those two. I live for that conflict.
So that's the only reason they brought Perez back. They were just like, we need some controversy. I love as well because like they've both been kicked out of that Red Bull seat, and they're both clearly still bitter about it in different ways. And now they're still blaming each other. Like they haven't got anywhere close to Isaac Hadjar yet. We'll see if Hadjar gets brought into this between Lawson and Perez. But like they clearly just cannot leave each other alone, which is just so funny.
I think it's mostly that Perez sees Lawson as being part of his firing, and then Lawson will just fight anyone who goes anywhere near him. And this is just a match made in heaven. I love it. I love it so much. I was so happy that they ended up next to each other. Like they shouldn't be next to each other on track, realistically. And if we look at the grid order down below us, they again shouldn't end up racing each other, but they will, and it's going to be great. I don't know how. Even if Lawson is a lap ahead of Perez, when he comes around, they'll put out the blue flags, and Perez will selectively not see those. Still try and run him wide at turn 1.
Yeah, I can't.
We should be talking, guys, about the grid order below us. It's been sat here this entire time.
Talk about the grid.
But yes, we have a race starting in an hour and a half. And did you guys watch qualifying as well yesterday after the sprint?
Did very much so. Again, like qualifying. I think qualifying lacks maybe a little bit of the emphasis, just because there does seem to be a fairly clear qualifying order. Like we just praised the races for being much more entertaining. Qualifying at the minute, unless you're a sort of Behrman, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Bortoletto, is sort of fairly rudimentary.
Yes. Yeah. We've also had a bit of a swap where these cars are definitely better in the Grand Prix, but these cars are worse to watch in qualifying. Mm-hmm. So we've had a real shift where qualifying used to be like very exciting and very entertaining, and now it feels worse, I will say.
But I'll take that. I'll take that if like the racing's going to be better. Like overall, I would definitely take qualifying being slightly worse. I would say one thing that they did with China was, and I'm glad they did it, is they shot it so much better. So almost every time cars went into harvesting down the straight, they just cut away immediately. And I know some people go like, "Oh, that's just them hiding what's happening." I think that's better because the cars still look really fast off board, and from like the perspective for most viewers that don't really know anything about Formula One, they're still going to see that as really good and really fun to watch. So that I'm glad they started doing that. Also, clipping wasn't as bad in China as it was in Melbourne. So, we didn't have them lose like 60 kilometers per hour in a straight line or whatever it was in Australia, which again is a positive. That's just circuit layout, but yeah, it was better, but yeah, overall, it does feel like the running order is a bit more set. But again, you would expect that. It's a new regulation cycle, so there is going to be bigger differences between the teams at the beginning, and we are seeing that.
To be honest as well, like we've ended up with the first 3 rows of the grids are like Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren.
Yeah.
But it definitely didn't seem nailed on that was going to be the case while we were watching qualifying.
That's true.
Yeah. The Ferraris and McLarens were really fighting for getting P3, basically. And actually, it looked like it wasn't necessarily guaranteed to be a Mercedes front row lockout. Like, the Ferraris were getting up there. And throughout, like, Q2 and stuff, we had people splitting the 2 Mercedes, that kind of thing. And it's not nailed on. Like, somehow we've got Gasly ahead of both the Red Bulls. And then the midfield is really competitive as well. So it's... For today, it's ended up, it looks a bit processional at the front, but that has basically happened accidentally, and it could have been completely different. Like we could have had anything from like Norris P3 up to like Verstappen P3, or like a Hamilton Leclerc P2. So it's not as sort of predetermined as it might seem.
Yeah. And also, to be fair, like, it is a Mercedes lockout at the front row, but it is the other way around to how we expected, because George Russell did have a problem, or something go wrong inside of that Mercedes car. There was sort of a moment there where it was like, oh, this Mercedes
he
isn't
almost
like
didn't get to qualify. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like this
Yeah.
Mercedes isn't invincible. It's not like it's just predetermined that George Russell is going to start on pole position. Like the cars are still fallible at this point in the year as well. We're going to have issues. We're going to have cars that don't, qualify where you expect them to do because they do have issues inside of the car or come to a stop out on track. And I feel like the fact that George Russell kind of snuck it into P2 is more praise on George Russell's behalf. The fact that he kind of did it and only had one lap to do it.
Honestly.
Like, that is just really good. Like, that's the quality of George Russell. And, we talked about it last year and the fact that if he was delivered a championship-worthy car, he would have been right up there. And he's sort of now proving that, right? He's now been given a car that is the quickest at the moment. And even those issues, even when he's got problems, he's still making it work. And I don't know. I feel like Antonelli, I'd love to see Antonelli run down to turn 1 and give George Russell a proper, side-by-side. But at the same time, Antonelli's starts have been poor.
He's not been nailing those
He's
starts.
not got it off the line yet.
No. Yeah.
He's 2 for 2 on bad
I
starts.
was trying to think of a word that wasn't just absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, other people have had worse ones. Let's put it
True.
that way.
Yeah,
Didn't have a
that's true.
Verstappen start yesterday. So yeah, but yeah, it firmly doesn't feel like Antonelli's going to lead into turn 1 from his pole position, which I will add, youngest ever pole sitter in Formula 1.
Isn't
It really feels like that would be a record that Max Verstappen would have at 16 years old, but no, Antonelli is now the youngest ever.
Yeah, Max didn't even hold it beforehand either. It was Seb.
No, yeah. Well, Max didn't get any pole positions
For a long time.
until after his first win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 2018, 2019 he actually got pole
2024,
finally.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's
he did
crazy
win.
that-
He did win his first race in the main Red Bull team.
Yeah.
It was his first opportunity, first proper opportunity at a pole position, and he was like, "Nah, I'll win the race instead. I'll just do that bit."
Well, I know which one I'd choose, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One is more important than the other. I was just going to read back, guys, a couple super chats. We had
yeah.
Air Force One. We've heard words like Yo-Yo Peloton that take place of DRS train. What's a fun name for a group of cars bunched together in these new regs?
Ooh.
I was going to say
a battery
inspired
pack.
by- That's not bad. That's
Thank
not
you.
bad, James. I was going to say inspired by Ferrari with their Macarena wing.
Oh yeah,
How about like a conga line?
just throwing all those references in.
In my head, it was called a Macarena line. I was like, that's a different dance.
That doesn't work. Yeah.
Different dance. But it's the same vibe. It's the same vibe.
Yeah. It's that like
Call it a conga line. They do a lot of sort of, dancing, the way they overtake back and forth.
yeah. You've gone to your auntie's 50th birthday. That's the kind of thing that we're going for. Like
Not relatable, but carry on.
I mean, where else would
your
you?
auntie's
Do you
50th in,
Macarena?
a village hall when you got a little school DJ?
Yeah, of
putting on
course
the
it is.
Macarena?
Of course it is, Mr. V. That's everyone. That's every aunt's birthday.
No, that's your family specifically, James.
But I feel like I was asking my chat about this yesterday. Like Macarena as a reference, and also why is it Macarena? Just because it flips? What?
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's
though,
what I mean. I don't know where Macarena has come from, and it felt like a really niche thing. But then I was asking my chat, and apparently people Macarena all across the globe. So it's one of those weird things that I assumed was just a UK thing, but it's apparently not. I suppose it is a Spanish song.
I was gonna say, the song is not in English, right?
No, I know, but I thought it was one of those things that are kind of there's a lot of songs that were released 30 years ago that people have forgotten about. I think it was Fred Vasseur to just go, yeah, we call it the Macarena wing at Ferrari. Just completely blindsided me.
It was Mr. Freddy said that.
Yeah, I think it came from Fred Vasseur, or at least that's what I've heard through the grapevine of my chat yesterday.
Maybe because it looks like a macaroni.
Maybe.
Like the shape of it when it's
He's got
open.
confused.
But they're like, we can't call it
Yeah.
the macaroni wing.
Yeah.
We can't play too much into an Italian stereotype and name it after pasta. More pasta, make the car go faster. Yeah, I don't know. It is a weird name, I will admit.
Like, it just came out of nowhere. Like, inverted
Yeah.
rear wing, I've kind of seen. Upside down rear wing, which is what I called it because I'm a simpleton. That just sort of went for, it is upside down. Like, they
say
kind
for
of made
me,
sense.
The shape of it when it's open, because it forms a kind of like this shape. It looks like a croissant to me. I'd call it a croissant wing.
Croissant. Maybe if Alpine came up with it, we could call it that. But
Without a doubt, whether they like it or not. I wanted to read as well. Palm Tree 05, thank you for the super chat. Do you think with a month off now after Suzuka? Yes, breaking news, which we should probably talk about at the start of the stream. But yeah,
We should have.
do you think now with a month off after Suzuka, we will see the running order change with so much extra time for development? So guys, for those of you who don't see, because if you went to bed early last night, to not ruin your sleep cycle. Last night, Formula One put out a press statement basically saying that both Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix have been called off. They are not going to happen because they don't want to get.
Go on.
Not a great time to
finish
go to that part of the world. I was thinking of a way to say it that didn't sound inconsiderate. But obviously, there is conflict going on, particularly in Bahrain, seems unsafe, which is like next door to a US military base, but also like the airspace over Saudi Arabia is a bit hot. So you can't really be like flying in all these fans and equipment and teams and stuff. So those two races are called off, and Formula One have confirmed there are no replacements, or in their words, no replacements in April. So they have at least said that in a vague enough way that they could add something to the calendar later in the year. But I think we talked about this in the podcast. It seems unlikely because there's just no gaps to put something into, apart from like in the middle of the summer break, which they can't really do because teams are mandated to take time off in the summer break.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's literally the only spot, though, isn't it? Like the
Kinda, yeah.
I
think it was maybe after Miami, there's like a 2-week break, and that's the only 2-week break in the entire calendar, apart from the summer break.
Yeah.
Which, teams. I don't know if you guys know, but teams are forced to take time off in the summer break. Like, even if they wanted to work, they have to, and they have to like report to the FIA. They have to like log like team members' laptops, and they track like if the laptop gets turned on in that time, stuff like that, and you get penalized. So yeah, basically they can't put a replacement in. It would have to go in like the weekend after Miami, and it's too short notice unless you did like a Miami double header, really. Yeah. And even then you probably can't because it's in a car park for a big stadium.
They probably have other events stuff.
Yeah.
I think as you say, well, it's kind of it's almost highlighted again how jam-packed the Formula One calendar is. Like when it jumped up to 24 races, there was sort of a lot of talk about, is that a little bit too many? And now that we literally have no play in the calendar, I think people have realized like, oh yeah, maybe it is a bit weird to have 2 triple headers right at the end of the season, or like back-to-back double headers so often. Like if they did chuck a race in, say they chucked Bahrain, tried to chuck it in the second half of the season, that would basically either mean we have 7 race weekends in a row because there's 2 back-to-back triple headers, or 6 race weekends in a row because the other 4 races in the second half of the year are both double headers as well. So it's like there's no way of fitting in a race without it just being a ridiculous number of races in a row.
And to clarify, like some motorsports do have races just like every weekend. If you look at like the NASCAR schedule, I think it's 36 races in about the same like period of the year. So they're pretty much every weekend with like maybe 1 or 2 weekends off in the year. But that's in one country. Yeah. Like lots of time it's like maybe a 4-hour drive between race weekends. But obviously Formula One, lots of time are then traveling 10 hours worth of time zones around the world to the next race. So to do that like 6 weeks on the trot, you'll just go insane. People will start like The Shining will happen in the paddock, basically, from the level of sleep deprivation.
Oh, good question in the super chat though. Obviously, it is just Bahrain and Saudi Arabia for now, but looking at a little bit later on in the calendar.
Threat, James.
Well, not that I've got inside information on the conflict in the Middle East. I feel like I'd be an odd person.
This is the craziest place to get your geopolitics breaking news on the Crash Happy pre-race warm-up.
I feel like I'd be an odd choice for the people of the Middle East to sort of give their inside information to.
Well, I think off the podcast, you're the one that makes the most sense, James.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Imagine getting your news from Dan.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but he'd be part of some Discord group. They'd like.
What do you mean by that?
Like they've got inside information, but not in a good way.
Right, of course, yes.
Oh god.
But no, obviously there is the European stint, which should hopefully be fine. But somebody asked in the super chat, if Abu Dhabi ends up also kind of being cancelled right at the end of the year, and they do it in enough time, because now they've got precedent of getting some races off the calendar. If they do decide to cancel Abu Dhabi, where would you like to see the finale of the 2026 season? If they could slot in a different race for that final Grand Prix.
Annoyingly, Interlagos is already on the calendar.
Yeah. Well, it's a slightly different answer.
Yeah.
Honestly, just don't do Qatar and Abu Dhabi and just have the finale in Vegas. I think would be a cool place for it.
Yeah.
We've had decent racing every year in Vegas. I don't know how Vegas will play with these new regulations, because Vegas was definitely designed for the old regulations because it's just big, long, straight.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it works with these cars. But like, that wouldn't be the worst place for a finale. Like, it's a big spectacle and we have the big podium in front of the fountain. That'd be a pretty cool place to like crown a champion after a close title battle. Yeah, obviously Interlagos Pulse is like the correct answer for the last race of the season. That's where the season should end. But
assuming it's a race not already on the calendar, maybe, I think is what they were trying to sort of get at. Because as you say, like Vegas would be really cool just because of the spectacle. Interlagos has the kind of history of there being the final race of the season. Although it's been a little while since then, but I feel like still for our generation of Formula One fan, maybe it's just because of that, like Massa Hamilton 2008. I think always kind of feels like it should be the end. It's like in the zeitgeist.
We've had loads of seasons come down to Interlagos.
True. Yeah, that's very true. That's just the one that kind of always pops into my head.
Yeah. The Chaos of 2012 is the one for me. I guess
Manchester.
Team Sport, man. Hey. Yeah.
Race around the post box.
The thing is, as well, as a Blackouts says in the chat, you really can't go to the European races if it's going to be in December.
It's too late.
That's fair enough. Like, you couldn't do Silverstone in December because the chances of it being just undrivable are so high. So it does have to be somewhere kind of warm. Like, you do have to think like a Brazil, like a Vegas, like a whatever.
What's the weather like in Turkey or like Malaysia?
Probably
Malaysia.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Malaysia will have like a dry season and a wet season. I wouldn't be surprised if December is like full monsoon or something
full
like
wet
that.
Season. Put your wet weather tyres on, lads. We're going to the season finale.
Well, I was
Bring
going
an
to
umbrella.
say, MotoGP, they end their season at Valencia on the 22nd of November. So they do actually send the bikes around a race circuit at the end of November in Europe. So I'm sure cars will be fine.
Spain is a bit.
It's a little bit better, but
I've been to like Barcelona and Valencia in December, and it's colder, but it's not like snowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Typically, like it might rain a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Send
Malaysia.
them to Jerez, honestly, I think that track would be really nice with these new regulations.
Maybe. It's kind of like a kart track, isn't it? And I feel like these cars.
It's quite small now. If you saw it like now compared to modern F1 cars, it's pretty small. Actually, genuinely, I think that'd be pretty cool.
But I think it would work with these cars. It would be awful for any other generation of cars, but it works quite well, I reckon, with these ones where they can, because there's so many just corner after corner where they can just pass, repass. So yeah, Jerez not actually a terrible shout. But yeah, other than that, like Malaysia, I know it wouldn't be realistic because of other reasons, but Malaysia.
For the same reason, people in the chat saying India, like going back to Bud, but that track's in full disrepair.
That's it. Yeah. Also, like
they'd have to
I don't
let them
remember
know
a
like
good race
now.
there. Yeah, but I also don't remember a good race there. Like they had 2 or
In
3, and I
India,
don't
yeah.
remember any of them actually being any good.
I'm pretty sure every time we raced there, Vettel absolutely dominated the race.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
There was
I think
absolutely no fight.
They had 3 races, and he led all of the laps for 2 of them, and I think like 90% for the third one.
Yeah, so but that was maybe just that regulation cycle, and if the Grand Prix had happened at different points in F1 history, it would have been remembered differently. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Walter says, by the way, they cancelled the Russian Grand Prix after Russia did the war of Ukraine. Why do we have races in the USA this year?
Politics.
How political do we want to get?
Not at all.
Because Formula One needs money
don't
still.
Answer the question. Yeah. Also, the conflict is not happening in America.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think is a big part of it. But yeah, let's just.
Thank you for the €5.99. Thank you.
Obviously, the answer is kind of obvious. Like, if the conflict was happening in America, I'm pretty sure we would not be going to the American races.
No.
Yeah.
But if there was conflict happening in mainland USA, then the world would have much bigger issues than it currently.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing, guys. Because I realized we were meant to go through the entire grid below us, but
we did.
We
did Mercedes.
We got sidetracked with the questions. Yeah. The one thing I wanted to talk about is this guy below me, Alex Albon, who has a little pit lane marker next to him, because it was announced that Alex Albon, once again, like in the sprint race, will be starting from the pit lane after actual qualifying. Williams have elected to change his suspension again, which I'm pretty sure is the same reason he went in the pit lane for the sprint, right?
Yes.
So it was suspension both times.
It was, yeah. They're struggling. They don't know what they're doing.
He was unhappy. Did you hear Albon when he came back into the pits after Q1? He'd obviously been eliminated. And on his radio, he's like screaming. He's like, "That was terrible. What?" He clearly was not enjoying that fat little Williams. Yes,
I feel like Albon does that though from time to time. The amount of times in races when he's gone, you're just not. He's like, Doug, you're not listening. You don't get it. The amount of times where Albon has said that is pretty high.
I do also get the vibe lots of time Albon is talking about himself. It always feels like he gets very upset with himself when he doesn't perform and he's like slower than Sainz or whatever.
Yeah,
he feels like he gets very like personally frustrated. And I think that's a lot of what those radio messages are. He's not necessarily like directing it at the team. Probably a bit this year it is at the team, but I think it's a mixture. But anyway, so the little PL next to Albon, he is starting from the pit lane at the back, which is why we've had to change around the order. Perez did not out-qualify anyone, for those wondering. He was the slowest.
By some distance.
By a small margin.
But the other Cadillac did beat a driver.
True.
He beat Lance.
Yeah.
He beat Lance Stroll. The Cadillac.
Are we counting Aston Martin as a competitor at this point?
If you're Cadillac.
If you're Cadillac, yeah.
Strong competition if you're Cadillac.
I think we sort of said earlier, the front few on the grid, but certainly the back few on the grid just feel absolutely locked in at this point in the year. Like it is Williams's, Aston Martin's,
back 6 really.
Like Cadillacs. Like if it's not those 6 dropping out in Q1, someone's had a bit of a disaster because they are just
it was
horrendous.
Close.
It was close.
The gap from Sainz to Bortoleto was thousands. I want to say like 2,000s.
But I think that was Sainz also doing a fairly decent job. Like, although I don't know how much difference there is between Sainz and Albon's car, because generally I was expecting Sainz and Albon. I think looking at last year, I think we were all expecting them to be fairly close to one another. But Albon was so much slower than Sainz. Like the gap between the two of them, just there's a massive disparity between Sainz and Albon at the minute. It feels like. Maybe it's
but if your cars have got so many issues, it's hard to judge because they've got so many issues that like it could just be one weekend someone's got more problems than someone else. Does maybe feel a bit more like Sainz is in control of the two, but it could just be pure luck based.
Yeah.
At the minute, more so than anything. So I wouldn't read too much into it. We'll see how it goes as the season goes on.
Who has the least issues? Like obviously, Sainz didn't get to take part in qualifying in Australia, so
yeah, that's true.
Who has the least issues?
It's just the way it is at the minute for them.
I feel like what we've learned is Williams are just very thankful that Aston Martin are having a worse time, because I feel like if Aston Martin were kind of in that midfield, we would be talking about Williams a lot more often, whereas it does feel quite a lot of that kind of negative press and sort of poking fun is mainly directed at Aston Martin at the minute.
Oh yeah, they're clearly worse, but it can't be understated how much Williams have screwed this up.
Yeah,
how good they did.
That's what I mean.
Year.
Like, I feel like Williams kind of get away with it a little bit just because Aston Martin are so far, far adrift.
Let's not forget, Williams have got the best power unit. Like, at least Aston Martin have got Honda to use as their excuse. Williams have Mercedes. You can't really say I've got a bad power unit.
I don't think the power unit gap is as big as people say. Like the top team, we have all different power units at the top of the grid. Like we have the Ferrari one is clearly also very strong.
Oh yeah, it is.
We've got like over half the grid with Mercedes and Ferrari power units, and both of them are strong. I don't think having a Mercedes power unit is the like magical ticket to podiums that people were suggesting it would be over the winter break. Like back in 2014, basically it was Mercedes, Williams,
India. McLaren.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they were just like guaranteed to be quicker than everyone else. But that's not the case nowadays. And so I don't think you should judge Williams too harshly on that, being like, oh, they've got Mercedes engine, they should be quicker than this. Like, it is competitive. I think as well, you can see from the qualifying order just how competitive the midfield is from kind of like P6 down to Aston Martin. Everything in the middle of that is so close and it's so mixed up.
And like you've also got Audi in there, like the Audi power unit. Again, like you just the closeness of all the power units. Even Audi have been able to come in and produce a power unit that is competitive. You know, Hülkenberg's ahead of Colapinto. Bortoletto had a bit of a tough time in Q2, but last time out was in Q3 in Australia. So there certainly is in that midfield. All of those cars can be in any order you like, really. From Gasly back to Bortoletto, as you said. You could put those cars in pretty much any order, and you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, they had a good weekend, or they had a bad weekend, or that track suits their car, that track doesn't suit their car. That will be super interchangeable as the year progresses.
I want to highlight as well Pierre Gasly, because in my opinion, he had no right being faster than Max Verstappen in qualifying. No. Like he's got no place being a P7 on the grid. And for me, it feels like we might be getting 2020, 2021 Gasly back, where he just refused to qualify anywhere other than P6. It doesn't matter how slow his car was. Like no one told him.
Well,
and
even
he just
last
qualified
year, P6. I think maybe it goes under the radar a little bit in terms of his qualifying. He's so good. Like in that Alpine last year, he qualified. He got through to Q3 10 times out of 24 races in the car that was clearly the worst on the grid.
Yeah, even getting into Q2 10 times in that car would have been impressive.
Yeah.
Like
he got a lot of Q3s.
So good. And like, I say 10 times and people will go, oh, it's only 10 out of 24. That is more than like a lot of those midfield drivers. That is more than like Hülkenberg, who outscored him. That is more than like Hadjar, who we were talking about having a brilliant season. Like that is more than a lot of those midfield drivers. That 10 Q3 appearances is actually, especially when there's realistically only 2 or 3 spaces in Q3 for midfield cars, very consistent and very impressive. I think Gasly just goes under the radar a little bit. I think he's going to have a brilliant season.
The thing is with Gasly, he doesn't always then back it up in the Grand Prix.
Yeah. He wasn't an Alpine.
Yeah, but also back in the day. Like, and also back then he was in an AlphaTauri, which again just didn't have the race pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think he gets the recognition for those qualifying performances that some other people get for qualifying. Like, people talk about, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, whoever being like exceptionally good in qualifying. I personally think what Gasly has done over the last few years might put him in contention to be like the most impressive qualifier on the grid. Just being in places that should not even be possible.
Yeah.
With the machinery he's got.
He's done a wonderful job. I mean, hopefully as the season goes on, like he starts to back it up a bit more in the race. Like he's not going to be hampered by Renault this year, which is nice. He's just hampered by Alpine. So it's one less thing to hamper him. So hopefully we do see more race pace from Pierre. I mean, he could have a very good race like this weekend. I don't expect him to beat Max, but he could be battling Red Bull for a bit, like for like a little while. So,
well, so on that, talking about race predictions, we currently have 1 hour exactly until the formation lap. Should we maybe talk race predictions quickly before we get into a little bit of a quiz? Because we've only got half an hour left on our little warm-up, guys.
We do. It goes so quickly. It really does.
Do you guys have any predictions? I'm not talking about maybe like podium predictions and then one like crazy thing you think might happen in the race. James, like, do you have any ideas?
I've already said I don't think Antonelli is going to keep the lead for long. I'd love to see Ferrari maybe do some little tactics and try and get at Russell. They've been able to overtake it. Like Charles Leclerc and George Russell had a really good battle in Australia. Hamilton and Russell had a really good battle in the sprint race. If Ferrari can, Ferrari, I feel like should almost play it off as, I was going to say split strategies and things like that, but I don't know out of Hamilton and Leclerc who would want to play that kind of secondary driver role. I think it's the
not
problem
so much splitting
that
strategies, but they need to team up when it comes to overtaking. Like they need to do something on track to get both of the cars in front of Russell. I think that was their issue in the sprint, is they fought him one by one.
Yeah.
They need to one car get ahead of him and then like brake check him so the other car can then also get ahead of him. And then when both Ferraris are in front of Russell, then they can stop him from like shooting off down the road in the way that he's done to end these fights. That's what they need to work together, really, if they have any chance of finishing either car in front of him.
Yeah, because I do think the Mercedes, I think it's closer in terms of race pace. The Mercedes is clearly there in terms of qualifying. But race pace, I do think the Ferrari is closer. Still not the best car, though. Russell, if given a bit of space, like if you give Russell 5 laps in clean air, he'll just disappear, I think. So the Ferraris do kind of need to work together in that. I mean, I'd love to see a McLaren on the podium, but feels
get out.
Feels like a couple of cars in front would need to have a bad time.
So what's your podium prediction then, James?
You know what? Just for vibes. Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc.
Okay.
That's fair. That's interesting.
That's fair. Pulse for you.
Oh, you're going to hate mine. Mine's boring as fuck. I was going to say Russell, Antonelli, Hamilton. I think it's not going to change that. I think the end result is not going to be that different.
I will say that's not that wrong, because that would be Lewis Hamilton's first ever Ferrari podium.
I was going to say,
proper
he'd still do it. He'd finally break the curse. But I don't think it's going to actually end up being that different. I think Antonelli is probably going to crap the bed at the start and fall back, but he'll just find his way through the field. And Hamilton and Leclerc will spend 20 laps dueling with Russell, but in the end, it'll come out in this not too different than what it already is. So apologies for being boring, but that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's just a prediction, man. It's not.
We don't.
Just say sorry.
We're not going to blame you. But
mine is.
Let's take him off the Japanese Grand Prix.
Mine is similar. I would say Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc in that order, because my prediction of a crazy thing to happen is I'm going to say Antonelli DNF.
Yeah, I could see one of the Mercedes having a problem,
or getting absolutely booted turn 1. I could see Antonelli again having a bad start and getting booted by like Norris. Or yeah, to be honest, yeah.
Hajar sees him. He's still pissed
Hajar
off about yesterday.
from P9.
Hell yeah! Hey. All Antonelli needs
the
is a bad
stars are so
start.
mixed up. Like honestly,
Yeah,
people have been dropping down those kind of numbers of places. I can see Antonelli ending up next to like Hajar and Behrman at like turn 1, turn 2. He always seems to end up next to Behrman, whatever happens. Like those two are just consistently next to each other, and Hajar as well. So I can see those three being like all side by side, trying to go through turn 1, 2, 3. Some kind of crash happening. Antonelli doesn't finish lap 1. That's my bold prediction. And then Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc in that order.
Yeah.
I would love Hamilton to win this race, and Hamilton is very good around China.
That's why I've thrown him at the top. Like mainly just because I'd like to see it more so than a actual prediction of what I think might happen. It's more I just absolutely love to see Lewis Hamilton. I think because, as you say, first podium for Ferrari. If it was then also a win, it's kind of that added bonus on top of that.
But
then also it's in China.
Good conscience, predict anyone to win from Russell if Russell finishes the race.
Yeah.
I can't, in good conscience, say that's going to happen.
Just a bit too strong. What about surprises? Any wild surprises then, James?
I mean, I said I'd love to see a McLaren on the podium. I also feel like this could be a Norris Piastri coming together at some point. They didn't really like being on track next to one another last year or the year before. Like they haven't got a massively good track record of being able to race side by side with one another. So I could also see a McLaren's incident, which would not be great.
Inject it to my veins.
Yeah.
Straight in the veins.
Get the champagne out.
But then that does also open the door to like a Gasly finish in P5 or something, which would be also very fun.
Ooh, I would quite enjoy that. Like a Gasly P4, if it's like Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Gasly.
Good result.
That would be cool, and that would be spicy for the Constructors Champion going forward. Like that's a big points haul for a team that's fighting for like P5.
Yeah, it is. So you said chat had something, Mr. V?
I was just reading chat. Both Cadillacs finished the race as a bold prediction. Let's not talk ridiculous now. Like Perez's car is going to explode. He's exploded in every session so far this year.
Is it slightly less ridiculous?
And Lawson's going to fucking punt him off.
Actually, one of my predictions, I think Lawson's going to have a good race. Lawson has always, like, he's
had a good sprint.
Decent. Exactly. Lawson's always done decently in China. Something happens to Lawson in, like, East Asia, and he's good here, and he's good in Suzuka as well. Like, I could see him having a good weekend in 2 weeks' time as well. So I could see Lawson getting some points. He's starting, what is that? 14, decent way down. But I, if one of the RBs is going to score points today, I would back Lawson over Lindblad. Like Lindblad had a good debut in Australia, but Lawson has looked the stronger of the two this whole weekend so far. So I could see him getting some points. I could see definitely him finishing ahead of like Colapinto.
And Ocon.
Yeah, to be fair. So yeah, I'd say Lawson points.
Yeah, Colapinto and Ocon are in. I mean, we'll probably talk about it at some other point when we've got a bit more time to delve into those two. Because, like, you look at Gasly and Behrman, and I could just heap praise on Gasly and Behrman. The complete opposite for Colapinto and Ocon. It feels like they're just in a bit of a weird.
They're trash. Yeah.
They're awful.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about Colapinto. Okay. I'll say enough bad things about him, apparently. Is Hulkenberg going to get more than 10 laps before breaking down?
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's been very unlucky, I want to say. Like, poor Hulkenberg. Like, Chinese sprint, out. Australia, didn't even start. He's not had the best runs, and it's not really been his fault.
It's not been his fault at all, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a shame because the Audi looks like it could be scoring some points. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the fringe, isn't it? And Bortoletto did a good job to get some points in Australia, so it's not impossible from that position. I don't know. I'm just looking at where I mean, I could also see Hulkenberg possibly getting wiped out at the start, just looking at the cars in and around him.
He's got Ocon behind him.
Colapinto next to him.
Well, the Colapinto dodge on Lawson last weekend was very, very impressive. Like,
yeah,
Lawson basically didn't start at all. Colapinto had his like drift around between Lawson and the wall in Australia. It was very nice to see the slow motion shots of that. But yeah, I would definitely not want Ocon behind me.
Not after last week as well, when he was fuming because he's saying he's got a different car to Behrman. It feels like no, Ocon, you don't.
Oh yeah,
Stop being trash.
The excuses are coming out already.
It's got a different driver.
Because there's different levels of talent.
I mean, to be fair, I saw a stat earlier where only 6 drivers have scored points in Australia and the sprint weekend, and Ollie Behrman is one of them. So Behrman is also having a brilliant start to the season. As much as Ocon is blaming, the car, Behrman is also on it.
Behrman's having a great last 18 months. Like, he was fantastic last year, and he's just continuing to be fantastic. And Ocon is going to get fired at the end of this year. Like, you can't get like so consistently beaten by a year 2. Like, it's not even close. That's the thing, but it's not even close. Like, it's worlds apart. That is potentially the biggest gap between teammates, apart from the obvious, like, Verstappen to whoever is unlucky enough to go against Verstappen. But actually this year, Hadjar, I think, is closer to Verstappen than Ocon is to Behrman, which is insane.
Yeah. The only bigger one is Gasly and Colapinto. So
that makes my brain
Was one.
refused to consider Colapinto as a real driver. Anyway, Walther, thank you for the super chat. Hamilton was compared to Peroni a lot. When Peroni did take his first podium, he looked like he was going to be champion in 82 until he got injured. Do you think Hamilton could replicate Peroni's 82? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know enough about Didier Peroni's 1982 season to comment.
I mean, are we predicting there that Hamilton is just going to get injured at some point?
I fucking hope not.
Then we would see Behrman in a Ferrari. Just putting that out there.
And lots of people before the season, when they're expecting Hamilton to be fully washed, there was talk of the mid-season swap if Hamilton was nowhere. Obviously, Hamilton has come into the season looking not washed, looking thoroughly unclean. My man needs some Vanish Oxy action. I'm trying to see. Didier Peroni started the season with a P18 in South Africa, then did okay. I forget as well that 1982.
Yeah, but the problem is 1982. You can start the season with a P18 and then still be in the championship fight like 3 races later because the points are
or you
so.
Or you can be Alan Prost and win 2 races and then retire the next entire season.
Yeah, yeah. It was a different time.
Yeah, so I can't really comment honestly, but I don't think it will be like that.
No. Just because that was 44 years ago. The sport has moved on.
The sport's so different. Like when you can have when you're like reading his results for the year, we have P18, P6, retirement, win, DNS. To go from a win to a DNS back to back is insane. Not a DSQ, a DNS.
Yeah.
Then a P2,
they couldn't
a P3,
even get the car started.
A P9, but with pole position and fastest lap. And then another win at a P2, a P3, and then he finished the season with the DNS in Germany, and then did not take part for the rest of the year. So no, I don't think Hamilton's year is going to look like that.
Unless something has gone horrendously wrong, but
I don't think there's going to be at this point in time. I can't predict anyone else than Russell to be like a championship contender. But actually, we didn't finish the second half of the question earlier, but considering we're losing Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, we now have no Grand Prix at all in April. We have Japan, and then we have no racing until May. And so certainly we could see some development, but that goes for all teams. And actually, Ferrari do have a little bit more wind tunnel time based on like last year's constructors standings and last year, but they have a very similar amount of time to Mercedes. So you would expect them to maybe make similar gains in that time to Mercedes. But if they could figure out how to run the Macarena wing for an entire race, then maybe.
Also, the only thing I would say is like Ferrari, and obviously we've only seen a race and a sprint, but the Ferrari package does look a little bit more sort of grounded than the Mercedes car at points, especially out of the corners. So maybe Ferrari have got, it's a bit like at the beginning of the ground effect era. You need to have that stable base, and then you kind of have to work from there. And maybe if Ferrari have just got that little bit more stable of a chassis to work with, they can start to bring some aerodynamic things that maybe other teams can't. Yeah. But then also you've got the engine formula in there as well, which is...
Yeah. Well, Ferrari are particularly good in the corners. Like they do make up all their time.
Jeddah should have been strong for Ferrari, right?
In the
they're
corners.
Probably a bit sad that that's gone.
Yes, in like somehow you would have thought it would be Mercedes, but actually probably given some of the corners there, it would have worked out pretty well for Ferrari.
Whenever you get that track dominance map, Mercedes seem to do well in low speed and then the ultra high speed, but when you get to the more sort of medium speed, that's where Ferrari is really shining.
Yeah.
And Jeddah is all it's just all 27 sweepers.
Yeah, basically.
So they probably would have expected to do quite well there. So it's a shame for them it's gone.
No, it is. But yeah, I think like Ferrari have a good base. It's just, can they bring performance upgrades to the car without screwing it up? Historically, not the best thing they do, but
I do think they could. And actually, Ferrari's biggest issue currently seems to be end of stint pace. So as in like holding onto their tires. Mercedes definitely seems gentler on its tires over like a full stint.
Yeah.
And so that's certainly something that like Ferrari have more room to improve. And so I could see them coming back to Miami because they can work on that and they can make a lot of gain on race pace. I don't know where Mercedes finds the same kind of gains because they already have that. They're already gentle on their tires. So actually, I could see it being closer between Ferrari and Mercedes coming back to Miami. But then again, Miami should suit Mercedes from everything we've seen. So hard to say.
Gotta wait and find out. Yeah. Aston Martin are probably glad there's a break. They can figure out what disaster they've got.
Wow. Yeah. Do anything.
Yeah. They can go to Japan and just fire everyone who is working at Honda currently.
Lawrence Stroll walks in beforehand, gets every single one of them, throws them out of the building. Like, you are not here anymore. Go home. Find another job.
Can go to Toto Wolff and beg to be put back on Mercedes power units for the next few years.
Please, Toto.
But
the development rate. Well, throughout this whole season, the development rate is always going to be a factor because everyone is starting anew.
Yes,
and we have no idea. We talk about how some teams sort of started their development a little bit later and a little bit earlier than others, depending on how 2025 was going for them. There'll be teams and there'll be people working at those teams that have got things in the pipeline that aren't quite ready to go on the car yet, but could completely change the game. And therefore, we don't really know where those next innovations are going to come from.
No, and it's just going to be a surprise start of the year, basically.
Yeah.
Gasly's on the podium. It's going to be the third best driver in our driver rankings this year again, isn't it? It's going to be.
I wanted to ask James, are we meant to be doing some kind of quiz thing?
I've got a couple of quiz bits to round us out.
We'll do a little quiz thing because we've got 12 minutes left.
Well, in classic James not applicable shorts on the crash happy fashion, I've got a couple of tenables. If you'd like a tenable.
I don't know. I would like that.
I've got a new concept, which is great to just sort of throw a new concept out on a live stream. But maybe we should start with a tenable because we know how tenables work.
Hit us with it, James.
You can. All right, the
6:15 in the morning.
We are ready.
What better time to take on new information?
Okay. Well, I sent you an example. So if you've done your homework, like everybody at Crash App should do, you should know what you've got to do.
We're not the viewers. We don't get homework.
Yeah, we're not.
I mean, we get so much more homework than the viewers. We have to make graphics for things. We have to make thumbnails. But the premise is, I'm going to give you an answer to a question, and all I'd like you to do is tell me what the question would have been.
Right.
Sounds simple.
So I'm gonna say,
to clarify, you have a specific question in mind.
I have a specific question.
We can't just come up with any question.
No.
Well, that's the answer.
Well, you'll come up with a question that works probably, and then I will say, whether you're sort of
Hot
hot or
colder.
cold. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the answer is the Chinese Grand Prix. What is the question?
Pulse, do you want
Crash Happy's favorite race?
I wasn't going down that line, no.
Is the question, at which event did Sebastian Buemi lose both his front wheels in 2010?
No. That is getting, I'd say, warmer, but also still quite cold.
Okay.
Is it the race where Sebastian Vettel won Red Bull's first race?
Oh, you're getting warmer. We're getting there, but it's not that.
Is it which race does Lewis Hamilton have the second most wins at?
Oh, that would have been good. It is not that, but you are also getting closer.
Is it?
What?
Wait, what?
You're on the right lines. Hamilton, Vettel.
Okay.
There's
okay.
certainly connections.
Okay.
Is there?
Oh, I got one.
Is
I got one.
there? Okay, you've thrown me off what I was going to say. I was going to say, is this where Schumacher won his last race? But apparently not. So,
No,
I'm just gonna
Pulse,
go
it
with
is that.
Oh!
Stop doubting yourself, Pulse.
What has Schumacher got to do with? Oh, Ferrari driver. Yeah.
Ask
that
the question.
makes
We need
sense.
to
Ferrari
cut it to the
driver.
short.
He's German. He's a 7-time world champion. What more do you want?
For the short, is this the race where Schumacher won his final Grand Prix?
It is the race where Michael Schumacher won his final Grand Prix, 91 wins in the sport, and the final one came in the 2006 Chinese Grand Prix.
Also, Mercedes' first win, I want to say.
Oh shit, it was, yeah. Rosberg 2012.
Yeah. I thought you might go down that
Martin-
route. I had a
Martin
sort of
Brundle
That
was
was my
disappointed.
next one. That was my next
Yeah.
one.
Martin
had a
Brundle
few
famously
questions in
disappointed
and
in
around
Shrek
that.
2 at that race.
Was that China? Was that China?
Oh, I wish it had been that now.
Through the magic of
Shrek
editing,
of
it
the
can
two.
be changed. Do
No,
you
I
have any
I
other-
thought you might go down the route of Vettel, Hamilton, and Rosberg, and I was like, okay, German drivers, 7-time world champions. You know, we were getting closer and closer to Schumacher. I feel like Schumacher is closer to Hamilton and Vettel than Sebastian Buemi.
He's a Sebastian, so
Wait,
like, that's
it's
where
all-
I got
it's-
from
yeah.
Buemi to Vettel. It worked.
It's all linked.
It worked its way.
It all worked itself out. It all worked itself out. Would you like another one of those?
Hell yeah, hit us.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
Do it.
The answer is Giancarlo Fisichella. What is the question?
Mr. V, you can go first this time.
Is it who is the last Italian driver to win a race?
Oh, so warm. So
Really?
warm.
Is it the last driver to win for Jordan?
Getting colder. Getting colder.
Yeah.
Bit too niche that one, I guess. Yeah.
Is it along the same lines? Is it before Antonelli the last Italian driver to have a pole position?
It is the last Italian driver to have a pole position in Formula One. Do you know when it was? Or where it was?
Absolutely not.
Was
It must have been about
Australia 2000 and actually Malaysia 2006?
No, Malaysia 2006 was when he last won, but his pole position came after that.
Spa 2009.
Spa 2009. Giancarlo Fisichella took pole position, and he was the last Italian driver to do so until Kimi Antonelli managed to get a pole position
Yeah.
at the Chinese Grand Prix.
Force India and Jordan used to have like a cheat code at Spa. Like for whatever reason, Jordan and Force India was very good at that track. Well, that team was for years, just strong at Spa for some
They're
reason.
just carrying the vibe of Eddie. As
Yeah.
they sent it up Radion. Gives you extra balls to just like keep it flat going through there.
They just had nothing to lose. They were like, right, this one race of the season, we're going to absolutely go for it. Lovely stuff. You got that one very quickly. I feel like Giancarlo Fisichella, because he's Italian, and there haven't been many Italian drivers. I feel like
Italy is like weirdly underrepresented in Formula One history. The one country that's even more surprisingly underrepresented, I will say, is Spain. Like
they're all on bikes, though. Yeah, they're all on bikes.
Yeah, that's true. Like you get to like 2 years of age, and it's like, here's a motorbike.
Yeah,
go start racing like all your friends are.
Literally, like 50% of the MotoGP grid is Spanish.
Yeah, like half the races are in Spain too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It is just huge.
Also, we've only had 2 Spanish race winners in the history of the sport. I want to say, like Fernando Alonso is the first one.
Yeah,
which is mental.
How many? I mean, I don't think there have been. I was going to say we could do a tenable where there's 10 Spanish drivers, but are there even 10?
I don't think there have been 10
I don't think there have been 10.
No. Just get the tenable down to number 6, then the rest of the answers are just not applicable.
The rest of the answers, I mean, we could go before Formula 1, but then we're looking at like when it was called prior to Formula 1 and they were just doing Grand Prix for fun in like 1929.
Yeah, there would have been people back then. It's also crazy because talking last weekend about the Australia curse, and no Australian driver has ever even got a podium on Australia. Nope. I was listening to the podcast and you guys were like, how has this never happened in the history of sport? The first Australian Grand Prix was in 1996, guys. That's how it never happened.
Was it? I feel like it's been on there for so much longer.
At Melbourne, it's 1996. They raced at Adelaide.
Oh, sorry. In Adelaide since the 80s.
Yeah.
But like still, like we're talking.
I did say that though.
Yeah. You talk about people like Jack Brabham and stuff. Like there was no Australian Grand Prix back in those days.
I suppose. But it was more. Just the fact of the quality of the Australian drivers as well. Like we've had a lot of race-winning Australian drivers. Like you could argue that for the Spain thing because there haven't been many Spanish drivers that have been up there. But it's been a lot of Australian drivers throughout the history of Formula One. They've been kind of up.
But I think, not to get into it too much, but like it follows along countries that have strong car cultures.
Yes.
And like if you think of countries that have like car companies, and Australia's always like punched above its weight by population. Like they've had a lot of strong manufacturers in Australia. They've had like big brands like Holden, that kind of thing. Spain is not really known for making cars in that same way.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
So they've not really had like the industry to then have like a strong racing industry.
Funnel into the
they got
racing,
Seat. They got Seat. Give them that.
Also, not really owned by Volkswagen.
Well, yeah.
for decades and decades. So yeah.
Once upon a time.
Maybe once. Not anymore.
Do we have any more, James? You got some tenables?
I've got a tenable or two. How much time? We've got time for a tenable.
3 minutes. We can crack out a tenable 3 minutes.
Would you like a tenable? Mr. Pauls, choose a number between 1 and 3.
2.
2. Lovely stuff. In that case, can you name for me the 10 youngest pole sitters in Formula 1 history?
Jesus.
Okay, go on then.
Mr. Pauls?
You.
Oh, me. Sorry.
You go on then.
Kimi Antonelli.
Lovely stuff. Number 1.
Sebastian Vettel.
Yes, Kimi Antonelli took the record from Sebastian Vettel. He's number 2.
Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc is number 3 on the list for Ferrari.
He's number 3. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I was going to say Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen is indeed tenable. Number 5 on the list.
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton is number 9 on the list.
Yeah,
Great shout, Pulse.
He started late. He started Formula 1 at like 22.
Yeah, so. That's true. That's true.
Who is younger than 22? Would that mean Lando Norris?
Lando Norris is number 6 on the list.
How old is he?
You are missing number 4, number 7, number 8, and number 10.
Okay. Is Piastri?
Piastri is not tenable,
I didn't
I'm
think
afraid,
so.
Mr. Pulse.
Oh,
I didn't
He
think
is
he was. I
not
wasn't sure.
tenable. Piastri is number 15 on the list.
Jesus.
Oh no. Would actually Fernando Alonso?
Fernando Alonso's number 4 on the list. He was 21 and
He was young
7
as hell,
months
yeah.
and 23 days.
But he would have got his first pole position in like
3?
Oh yeah, it was years ago.
like before the championships.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fernando Alonso, number 4 on the list.
Oh, back to me, or are we doing
Me.
lives, or are we doing...
No, we're
Just Mr.
back
V
to you,
clean
boss.
sweep.
Yeah,
Oh,
back
I was
to
hoping
you.
Mr. V was going to clean sweep it.
I can try if you want.
You got another one? I mean,
Pulse is
don't have
out.
to go
Like,
back and
what
forth.
positions do we have left?
7, 8, and 10.
Okay. Oh god, I'm trying to think who was young. I feel like loads of them are going to be on the current grid, right? Just because everyone's
To
so
give you a
young now in
clue,
Formula
only one of the 3 is on the current grid.
1. One of the 3.
Mm.
So we've had Leclerc. It's not George Russell. He's way too old. We've had Verstappen. No pole. No pole. No pole. Who's at a pole position? It's
There's
not Carlos
one.
Sainz. He's too old as well. Lance Stroll?
Lance Stroll is number 7 on this list. That Turkey 2020 pole
disgusting.
position.
Wait, he was younger than Hamilton.
He was younger than Hamilton. He was 22 years and 17 days old.
Jesus. Okay.
He started at like 17.
Yeah, he did. I know. I forget.
You have to
that.
remember how young Stroll was when he got into Formula 1.
Yeah.
In that case, the others are going to be something crazy from...
These 2 are the tricky 2.
Because they're going to be from the noughties, right?
No.
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 Oh, Jacques Villeneuve?
Jacques Villeneuve is not tenable, I'm afraid.
Alright.
Not even in the top 15, so I haven't got him on the list. Couldn't
Really?
tell you where he is.
Okay. Who was it?
Yeah, go on.
The 2 that you were missing. Number 8 is Rubens Barrichello at the 1994 Belgian Grand Prix.
I told you, Jordan and Belgium. I'm telling you, they had a cheat code at that
There's a
track.
connection there. There's a connection. And number 10, I would have been absolutely gobsmacked if you got. It was at the USA West Grand Prix in 1982. Does that help anyone?
I'm not Dan.
Wait, if it's 1982, then it's going to be someone... That's going to be someone weird like Nigel Mansell.
Not Nigel Mansell. It is Andrea Di Cesaris.
Never in a million years.
No, I was never would have got the Cesaris. Like the only thing I know,
drivers
yeah,
before him.
Yeah.
yeah. The
was very
only
close.
thing about the Cesaris is he crashed a lot. That's all I know about him.
Yeah.
And James Hunt used to call him the Crasheris.
Top 15's interesting though. Nico Hulkenberg's in there. Robert Kubica, Kimi Räikkönen. Are names that I thought you might throw out.
I was thinking Raikkonen, but then, like, I know that he's like famously not in that list, even though he started so young.
I think he started young. He started
Kubica.
young for the time, but starting young in modern Formula One is a different thing.
Yeah, I think Raikkonen was like 21 or 22 when he got into the sport because he had like no experience before that, but he wasn't like 17 years old like Alonso was because Alonso started in Minardi he like just turned 20.
Yeah, Alonso was very, very young for the time.
Yeah.
Like standout young.
Yeah.
Or maybe even younger, maybe like 19.
But then modern day, as you talk, like Max came in super young, Lance come in super young, Antonelli now, obviously, come in super, super young. Like in comparison to what we used to call young back in sort of 2000s.
Back in there.
But lovely stuff, guys. Thank you very much for taking part.
You're welcome, James. I was just looking in the chat because I saw a message that's saying pit lane start for Norris.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's like that's just not true.
No.
I just wanted
That
to
is
confirm
just
that.
false information.
Yeah, straight up not true.
Lying.
So Norris has changed his ECU since qualifying, but you are allowed to do that if it's within allocation. It's like in your engine. People make this mistake, like you have an allocation of engine parts for the season, and if you change within allocation, you can just do whatever the hell you want, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even putting a new one. He's just putting a different one that they used like last weekend. Actually, I think Isaac Hadjar has put in new engine components, but even he is not starting from the pit lane because it's in allocation.
Yeah. I think the only time it's not is if it's an upgraded power unit. 'Cause I think they can do power unit upgrades during the season again. I think that's the only time where it's like, because that's not within, because that's not the same spec then. But you wouldn't change spec midway through the week.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a gamble.
Wrong.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think that's the only time. Otherwise, just the penalties if you go beyond the allocation.
Otherwise, that makes sense. I think as well, if you do like the whole engine, like all of it, then you get a penalty, right?
Yeah, it's back of the grid.
But to be fair, if you're changing the whole engine, you're probably at the back of the grid anyway. Like something's gone wrong.
Yeah, that is true. That's not a small job, famously for the mechanics.
No.
Don't take that one lightly.
But yeah, guys, another Grand Prix warm-up complete.
Yeah, we have 25 minutes, which means I would say it's time for the Martin Brundle grid walk, but I'm pretty sure Martin Brundle has declined to go to China. Fucking coward. So we're gonna have like a Anthony Davidson grid walk or something.
Yeah. Either that, or he's been coerced by a woman with some champagne. We just don't know.
What?
What is that? Full-time formula reference.
Full-time formula story.
Yes. So Martin Brundle lost somewhere in downtown Shanghai. I would love if Crofty just brought that up on the broadcast. I'm meant to be joined here today by Martin Brundle, but he hasn't turned. He's not replying to WhatsApp messages.
Just can't work out why.
I got a voicemail at 2 a.m. saying, please send cash, but that's about it. But yes, I'm going to go make another coffee. I don't know about you guys.
Lovely stuff. I'm going to go live on my channel. So if
you
you'd
already
like
are
to
live.
go from crowd, it automatically starts at past.
I can't even comprehend how you do that.
Well, I have to piggyback off of my own stream to do the Crash Happy streams. So I'm already technically live on my channel the whole time we're doing Crash Happy. It's just privated.
Oh. Right. And then it automatically goes live at like
because otherwise this is very inside baseball. Because otherwise it would take me too long to log out of one and log into the other because of how OBS works. And then be able to swap between the two.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Very nice. Well, yeah. Enjoy your race.
Very much. Enjoy China. The normal Grand Prix.
Great. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great laugh. Yeah, I think we're going to enjoy this race.
Antonelli yeeted off turn 1. I'm ready.
I mean,
I'd say it.
I hope not, but also I kind of hope yes. It's one of those weird ones where I'd like to see him do well, but also it'd be very fun.
What I really don't want to see is either Ferrari getting yeeted off turn 1. That would make me very sad, because then we
would immediately kill the race.
Yeah, we lose the ability for someone to fight Russell.
But no. I will see you guys very, very soon. Can one of you two stop the stream on the Crash Happy channel?
Oh, James.
Well, I can't log into both. I can't be logged in two places at once.
I'll try.
Thank you, everyone who joined us on Crash Happy. We'll see you very, very soon. We'll be back with a
you're
going
to have to vamp for like 30 seconds while I sign into the Crash Happy.
Oh, sorry. We'll be back on Wednesday with a reaction to the Chinese Grand Prix.
Do I have to end both because you've done the shorts one as well?
There's 2 there.
Oh, James.
An extra effort in. But I'm made for this at 6:30 in the morning.
Look, we're all just going to have to invest in getting like 7 monitors, And then we can do what that guy does, and we can just watch Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar all at the same time. We'll just
that is probably what Duck does, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Shorts streamers down. Normal streamers also going down.
Lovely.
See